Yeah, obviously not one of our better games. Florida's a very good team. We, said going to this tournament, we want to be the hardest playing, toughest team on the floor. We were not today, particularly in the second half. Thought they made a lot of tough plays, started right out of the gate in the second half with all the old boards in the first possession. I didn't think we competed hard enough on the rebounds. We didn't do a good enough job on defense. They started the second half, a 17-5 run the first 5.5 minutes. It's not what we expected out of this group to start the second half, so we just going to have to regroup, see how bad we want to try to make a run again in the NCAA tournament this year. We'll find out where we get sent, who our opponents are tomorrow, and try to regroup. We did a pretty good job regrouping last year. I think we can, make another run this year, but we're going to have to play a lot better than we did in the second half this game.
Okay, raise your hand. We'll start here in the middle, right?
For either of you two, how do you, as veterans, kind of stop a 17-2 run like that? What are steps that you have to take to maybe limit the damage, stop the bleeding?
I feel like it's pretty simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. You got to regroup and, hey, man, like this SC tournament, it's March. So at the end of the day, like stuff that caused a 17-2 run, had nothing to do with basketball, just toughness, discipline, just playing hard, like Coach said.
Mark, question for you about just what you as a guard group need to do better to make sure that performances like that doesn't happen again in the tournament.
We just gotta continue to be just tough on defense, and we gotta do a better job of making shots easier on the offensive end.
In the back, and then right here.
Question for Mark to Coach Oats' point. Last year, similar situation. We're able to make a run to the Final Four. What is going to be your message to the team to make sure that something like that happens again?
We just gotta regroup, and just regroup. That's all we gotta do.
For Chris, just what happened on that flagrant play, because it kind of was what started Florida's run in the second half there.
Just regular, just simple play, crashing the glass, swim, try to do a swim move, and, just my hand just happened to be in the wrong place, wrong time, wasn't intentional.
Any more questions for the players? Okay, right back here.
For either of you, y'all have played the toughest schedule in the country this season. Just how does that prepare y'all for whoever you're going to face in the NCAA tournament?
It's ideal that you play toughest schedules. So, whoever you face in March, and you got to win, 6 games, pretty tough, 6 tough games. So, we've done it before, all throughout the season. We had a pretty good season, played a lot of tough teams, so we'll be ready.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. You're dismissed.
Chase Goodrow with the Tuscaloosa News. Coach, could you give us any kind of an update on Nelson and what it might look for him going forward?
Yeah, he got that knee injury, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. I don't think they're thinking it's anything with a with an ACL or anything like that. I don't. He got evaluated by the team doctor at halftime, and then they kind of let us know at the beginning of the second half that he wasn't going to be able to go. So hopefully we get him back for a first round of the NCAA tournament. Shoot, we were up 1 when he went out, and then we got outscored 63-40 after that. So it wasn't all him, but we were right in the game till he went out. So, I thought with the guys we had in the second half, we still should have been able to stay in the game, make a run at trying to get the win without him. But obviously a lot tougher without him, especially the way he was playing to start that game out.
Here in the front.
Hunter DeCiver, Bama Central. What has Todd Golden in Florida really done over the last couple of games against Alabama compared to other teams?
I mean, their backcourt's really good. They do a good job running us off the line. I think they've, I think their starting backcourt, the 3 of them had 54 points combined tonight. Ours struggled a little bit. I think we only had 26. So they've done a better job getting their guards going open than we have. They've done a good job running us off the line, pushing us into their shot blockers. I didn't think we made great rim decisions. We didn't finish well at the rim. They shot 64% at the rim. We were only 52% at the rim. So they got real good shot blocking. They send us downhill. They send us to the rim. We haven't made great reads, and they've done a good job. So I don't think we'll see them till maybe an Elite Eight or a Final Four game, depending on where we all get placed. So they're good. They've had our number here for the last couple of weeks. So if we are fortunate enough to get a third crack, we're going to have to do some things different, that's for sure.
Far left.
Coach, with Selection Sunday tomorrow, what do you want to see tomorrow, and what's your message after wherever you go to your team as you travel wherever?
Yeah, I mean, it's the NCAA tournament. It's only 68 teams that get in out of, 360 some Division I. So, we'll be one of the top 8. I would guess we'll be a 2 seed, sent somewhere. So it'll be set up for us to make, a deep run again. But we're going to have to do a little soul searching and see how bad we want to make a deep run. I mean, the effort I saw in the second half wasn't what I would have liked to see going into the NCAA tournament. So, we're going to get back there, watch the selection show, figure out who the first opponent is, figure out who the next 2 possible ones after that is, get to work as a staff and a scouting report, and our players are going to have to really determine how bad they want to make a run, because it's really player-led more than anything, and with the effort and the toughness I saw the second half tonight, that's not going to get us very far. So may not get us out of the first round, to be honest with you. So we're going to see somebody that won a conference tournament in the first round, then we're going to see somebody that's really good in the second round, no matter who it is, where it's at. It's going to be a 7 or a 10 seed would be my guess, and those are really good teams. So we're going to have to get our guys back, regrouped, trying to be the hardest playing, toughest team on the floor, because we were not tonight.
Right here in the middle.
What's the thought process in not calling a timeout during the 17-2 run? And then overall, just what's your philosophy on that? Do you like to let the players kind of work it out themselves in the court?
Yeah, I told them, what do you guys want me to call a timeout and tell you to play harder? Like we already said, we sat in a video room after the first time we played Florida. We said we're going to be the hardest playing, toughest team. We came out of it's not because we're tired. We make up a lot of excuses. They played last night, we played last night. We came out of a 15-minute break at halftime, and they just played harder than us. So you want me to call a timeout and tell you to be tougher and play harder? We already said we were going to do that. You guys got to determine whether you're going to do that or not. So they need to figure some stuff out, to be honest with you. They need to figure out whether they want to be the hardest playing, toughest team on the floor or not.
Over here to your far left.
Nate, not the result you wanted today, but still a great season overall. You didn't get the result you wanted last time going into the NCAA tournament either. What was the key there, and can you kind of lean on that? And do you think this team can be better than last year's?
Yeah. So last year we thought we were really on a slide. What did we lost 3 or 4 maybe, counting the SEC tournament. This year, I guess 3 or 4, or no, 3 or 5, because we won first round here and beat Auburn at Auburn. So, in the Tennessee game, I thought we actually competed, played hard. That loss was on me more than on anybody. So I think we're close to being an elite team that can make another Final Four run. But I don't know how many times, we can play somebody and basically the loss is because we didn't play hard enough. Like that's still frustrating. So I think the lesson learned last year was we're not going to get anywhere, being the 110th or whatever we were, 112th ranked defense in the country. Like we're going to have to determine we're going to actually guard somebody. And we did. For 4 straight games in the NCAA tournament, we played really good defense. We got everybody to buy into playing hard on the defensive end. Our defense is good enough to make a 4-game run. We put together some pretty good scouting reports, I thought, that fit, and we knocked off some pretty good teams. So our defense wasn't great today, but it's been better. I thought yesterday it was really good. Now Kentucky's a little decimated, and their personnel wasn't as good as what maybe, obviously, what we saw today, or even what maybe we'll see in the second round of the NCAA tournament. But I thought our defense was good at Auburn. Thought our defense was really good at Tennessee. And I'm not quite sure why it disappeared in the second half of tonight's game. But we're going to face a little adversity in the NCAA tournament. Go back to last year, the second round, we're playing Grand Canyon. And they're good. They're tough. Things weren't going well. Diabate came in, changed the entire trajectory of that game. I mean, dang near won the game for us. So we're going to have multiple guys that are capable of changing the trajectory of the game to making us the toughest, hardest playing group on the floor. I thought Mo was pretty good tonight. We chart the blue collar stuff. We were minus 15 in that department in the second half on what we chart, but we had 79 and Mo had like 25 of the 79. So nobody else even had double digits. So we're going to have get some other tough guys, hard playing guys other than just Mo going into the NCAA tournament.
NateKellyAL.com. Nate, Mark, I think, scored one field goal in the second half. LeBaron only had one bucket he made the entire game. What is going to be your message to them with the importance of guard play in the tournament to make sure that doesn't happen again?
Yeah, our starting backcourt, in CY scored 14. We got outscored 54-26 with the three starting guards from them and our three starting guards. So, to me, though, it was more when you get locked in to what you have to do to win a game and you're really talented on offense, the offense takes care of itself a lot. I go back to, what we said we were going to be. Were we the hardest playing, toughest team on the floor? Was our backcourt the hardest playing, toughest backcourt on the floor? If we were locked into the defensive end and we're playing off stops more, I think the offense comes a lot easier. When particularly in the second half, like you said, LeBaron wasn't great on both sides of the ball for large parts of the game after he had an unbelievable game yesterday. So, I don't know if it's just freshman, but we need him to be better because we're going to rely on him to win games in the NCAA tournament. I don't know. They've got a tough backcourt. They're very good defensively, too. They got some of the best defensive guards in the country as well. So they obviously did a good job with us, but I think we got to buy into just being tough on the defensive end and letting the offense take care of itself. As long as you don't turn it over. Now, we had too many turnovers, too many black shots at the rim, too many poor rim decisions, in my opinion. But, we had the ball. I thought Mark was great moving the ball in the first half. I thought he got in. I mean, we didn't particularly hit all the shots where he hit it, but I thought he made a lot of really good reads in the first half. And for whatever reason, we just, as a group, the ball wasn't moving like it needed to in the second half. But again, you go back to, were we getting stops? Are you playing off stops? Or are you taking the ball out of the net all the time? When you're locked into the defensive end, I think the offense kind of takes care of itself a lot of times.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thanks.